Earlier this month, the Mets hosted their second Citi Field Kids event of the season. Citi Field Kids is a program that uses Jackie Robinson's 9 values to help impact students by bringing them to the ballpark throughout the season for a fun-filled educational day. One student who benefited was Hector Velez, a Jackie Robinson Foundation scholarship recipient. Award-winning sportscaster Bob Costas was the special guest speaker and had a message about Jackie Robinson's impact.
People who don't know much about baseball certainly know about Jackie Robinson and his legacy. If he had merely been the first black player, he would be significant because that is historical, but he would be a historical footnote. If he had not committed himself to excellence, both on the field and beyond, if he hadn't made the kind of impact he did, then that moment in 1947 would not have meant as much.
This is the second year of the Citi Field Kids program, and the Mets will team up with the Jackie Robinson Foundation and the United Neighborhood Houses of New York 4 more times this season. On May 11th, the Mets called up Chris Carter from AAA, and they knew exactly what they were getting. But I'm not quite sure that Met fans know exactly what they're getting. You see, Carter is a really intense guy with his own unique style, which caught the attention of the organization down at spring training, earning him the nickname The Animal. So we really wanted to better understand this animal, and who better to ask than his teammates.
And hard toward the middle, base hit for Carter.
27-year-old Chris Carter is known for his intensity. He has impressed members of the Mets organization at every level with his aggressive hitting approach. But it's what he does off the field that seems to garner the most attention.
Well, when he would get to the ballpark, he wouldn't even sit down 1 minute. He would just throw all of his stuff on his chair and just pace around the clubhouse. And then in the dugout, you know, he's always walking around, you know, twisting his neck, always trying to act loose all the time. It's always kept everybody, you know, good smile on everybody's face, laughing at him.
I think when you got a guy like Carter on your team, you can't help but be a little amped up in the game because he's so intense and he just wants to play so bad. He wants to beat everyone you play so bad that it just kind of rubs off on everyone else.
I've never seen somebody drink so many energy drinks in my life. I don't know how he does it, but yeah, he just gets amped up, he gets fired up, gets ready to go. From BP clear to the very last pitch, he's fired up. He's 100% go all the time.
And when Carter joined the Mets, he didn't waste any time making his presence felt.
And Carter pulls one down the right field line, base hit. Cora comes around with the lead run. Chris Carter with a pinch hit RBI double in his first at bat as a New York Met, and the Mets lead it 7-6.
You know, we were rolling that inning. I was just glad to get that hit off a changeup, got out in front, and you know, it was a huge team win, and it was a great game.
I think he had a bat ever since the 3rd inning. But yeah, he's a very focused individual, and we all feel that you know, he can add some spice to our life here. So it was good to see him come up in that situation and get a big hit his first appearance here as a Met.
Former Mets Darryl Strawberry and John Franco were at Citi Field this week for a special cause, along with 3D pop artist Charles Fazzino. They were on hand to autograph some of Fazzino's work, which will be auctioned off with the proceeds benefiting the Mets Foundation.
I think that's the most important thing for anyone that is healthy and that has an opportunity to give back to those that are in need. You never know the situation of your life or the children's life or what could take place. So, you know, if you're fortunate enough, you need to give back. Looking at the drawing and, you know, signing autographs today on it was magnificent. You know, it was a beautiful piece, and you got to be very pleased with it.
Time for the FlatRate Moving Move of the Week.
Hit toward the hole, right with the diving stop. On a hop, Davis picks it outside, retired. The Phillies had 2nd and 3rd and nobody out, and they do not score.
Still to come on our show, singing sensation the Jonas Brothers and Glee's Matt Morrison hit up Citi Field. Mets Weekly is presented by FlatRate Moving. FlatRate, New York's most trusted moving company for nearly 20 years. Visit flatrate.com for your next move.